Today we're going to do a read aloud, and today's read aloud is called Pete the Cat and His 4 Groovy Buttons, written by Eric Litwin, art by James Dean. If you've read this book before, give me a thumbs up. I know in KO1 we've read this book before. We love this book. Get to sing a little song. All right. Pete the Cat and His 4 Groovy Buttons. Looking at the cover, what happened to one of the buttons? Do you think the button popped off? Yeah, I do. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. 4 My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. I wonder what's going to happen next. Oh no! Pop! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? Did you say 3? Excellent. 3 buttons are left. 3. 4 minus 1 equals 3. Good job. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. But he kept on singing his song. You can sing along with me. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. 3 groovy. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? Did you say 2? Excellent. 2 buttons are left. 2. 3 minus 1 equals 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? This ice cream looks very delicious. Did you say 1 button is left? Give yourself a thumbs up. 1. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. Sing along with me. My button, oh, the song changed. It's not my buttons anymore because he only has 1. So there's no S at the end of the word. My button, my 1 groovy button. My button, my 1 groovy button. Pop! Oh no! The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 0! Did you say 0? There are no more buttons left. 0. 1 button minus 1 button equals 0 buttons. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt. What do you think he saw? His belly button. And he kept singing his song. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. And Pete said, it's all good. I guess it simply goes to show you that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness, no. We keep on singing. Buttons come and buttons go. The end. Have you read any other Pete the Cat books? If you have, I want you to think about what was the same about that Pete the Cat book and the one that we just read. One thing the same is that he has his red skateboard, right? That's in lots of different books. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming to read today. Bye.